Hi everybody, welcome back to Cabin Creek Homestead. I'm here outside of our garden patch with my mom. Today we are going to be fixing a small problem in my garden patch. The chickens have found the buckwheat. They also found the Brussels sprouts and whatever seedlings were coming up in here. So we're going to replant a few things in here and we're going to cover this in chicken wire to keep them out. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yay! Alright, so here's what's in store for this bed right here. We are going to be planting more garlic, which if you remember is the first thing I ever grew here on this farm. These are ones that I grew and preserved. And we also have red romaine, green romaine, collards, and broccoli. No, Brussels sprouts and broccoli, and then more red romaine. So without further ado, let's begin. We have these shovels because my kids have played with my gardening tools so much that I can't find them. So now I'm going to use their tools and lose them. Oh look, a whole bunch of little microgreens. But you know, that'll just turn back into fertilizer for the ground. Kind of like a cover crop. You know what a cover crop is?
Not really. I'm not the gardener, so
Well,
we'll ask the expert.
Well, it's something I've just recently learned about. For example, in our pumpkin patch, I don't have any plans to grow anything there all winter. So to do two things, to keep the weeds out and to restore nutrients to the ground, you can grow something like clover or buckwheat. I mean, there's Timothy hay. You can grow a ton of things. And then you crimp it down and then you cover it with a tarp and let it all die. And then all the nutrients are like fertilizer into the soil.
That's good to know.
So all this buckwheat that came up and then the chickens ate it, it's just fertilizer for all the new things. Not what I had planned, but
It will all work out perfectly.
the chickens got a nice meal out of it.
Well, it's funny because I say Christine's the gardener, and she is the gardener, but we did have a little garden when you were growing up, so
Yes.
maybe I had a little something to do with it.
Oh, I think it had everything to do with it because I didn't garden, any other time. I didn't garden in any of my foster homes or anything like that. So I think this was truly born from that garden.
But she took what I didn't know, and then she learned. But we had fun.
It was fun. We grew watermelons.
Well, yeah, let's see. The first garden was on Country Wood.
Oh, that's
And
right.
let's see, what did we grow?
Oh, the peppers.
That was the only thing that lasted. The deer or some animals came in through the
They
night.
ate all the
And
cantaloupe.
they ate everything. Cantaloupe? Did we have cantaloupe?
I think we
or
did.
Watermelon? Maybe we
It was
had
some
watermelon.
kind of melon.
It's so long ago, I can't remember. Exactly. All I know is, but you're right, the only thing they didn't eat were these peppers. And I kind of, when I bought them, I thought they were like green peppers or
sweet.
bell peppers.
Yeah.
But they were, I can't say
Spicy.
what I called them.
We called them we thought they were jalapenos. They were even spicier. We called them jalapeno.
Jalapeno peppers. Because they were so hot. And it was like when I first ate one, it's like, no wonder they left them. So,
But we did a lot of things together that I really, look at this potato. So we missed this one in the harvest.
oh, look at that. Can we eat it or
We could.
Oh, I got one too. Look.
Oh, it's a potato harvest.
It's so exciting.
You introduced me to almost everything that I still love to this day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Sewing, remember? Do you remember that time you had all these clothes for donation up in the attic? And I went through them and cut off every single button because I
Yeah.
wanted a button collection.
Yes, I do remember that. So, yeah, that was the first garden, and then we had another garden on Morning Mountain.
Now, that was a lot of landscaping.
Yeah, but we had that one little section by the garage. You know at the garage when you go out, and there was that little section.
Yes.
But
We had some fruit trees.
But I think we tried to plant strawberries there.
Oh, I can't remember now.
I can't either. But anyway, that was the same thing. We had the animals came in and raided it. So I think that was the last. I got tired of
Feeding the animals.
planting and working to feed the animals.
there are a lot of varieties of garlic. This right here is hardneck garlic. And the reason it's called that is because in the center of its stem, in the center of all the cloves, is a very hard, woody stem. And that is what comes all the way up right here. Hardneck garlic is really, really hardy, so that's why I choose to grow it. It's also just no fuss, no mess, no nonsense, super easy to grow. This right here is the neck that is extremely firm. This is a garlic that you can't braid, so I fake braid it with string when it's time to hang it up and dry it. But that's what hardneck garlic looks like. Here's the big cloves.
And there, of course, there was a saying that the reason it was healthy is because when you ate a lot of garlic, it would smell on your breath and people would stay away from you. So that's why you couldn't catch colds or anything like that. But
that's funny. I never heard that.
yeah, but I do like garlic. It's good. It's good for you. So
let me say that again. I had my butt facing the camera.
Well, it goes like this.
The tapered part is the part that plants up, and the flattish part on the bulbous side of it is what goes down. There's where the roots come from. But I'm sure that the garlic clove is smart enough to be able to grow its shoot up toward it. It knows what to do. We just help it out by planting it the right way up.
Well, I was wondering how you chose the Brussels sprouts and romaine lettuce and the broccoli. You know, what made you? Because there's lots of different vegetables. You could plant anything.
I could. Well, I guess the first thing I should note is that these are grown in cooler temperatures. So as much as I love like squash and tomatoes, I can't grow those now because it's too cold. So I guess the biggest reason right now is just that they are a winter crop. But you know, I've grown a lot of things just for fun that I don't eat a lot of, and it really does end up being a little bit of a waste. Now I will say, on the farm, if I grow it and I don't like it, somebody will eat it. You know, I can compost it or give it to the chickens or to the pigs. So I can grow things just for fun. But these ones, I really grew because I know I'm gonna eat them. I really like, it's like, I don't have to convince myself to eat them. I will eat them.
Well, I remember with Brussels sprouts. Now, see, I don't really like Brussels sprouts, but I was amazed because your dad and you and John, Bridget, of course, didn't like Brussels sprouts either, but the three of you really loved Brussels sprouts, and I was shocked because I think it's a pretty serious vegetable.
On the scale of like serious vegetables,
yeah.
Is it close to the top?
Yes. But you all loved them, so we had them at home. So I'm glad to see that you still are liking them because they're really healthy. They're really, really healthy.
They are.
And then broccoli too. Of course, you can do a lot of things with broccoli. You can make a broccoli salad or broccoli casserole, or just eat it plain.
Eliza needs a serious talk. She will not stop laughing about everything.
She needs a talking to, Mom. Did you hear that?
No. It's like, now they both need a talking to because we were just getting into it, right? We were just talking. So broccoli is really versatile, and you can do a lot of things with it. Romaine, that's really good because it has nutrients in it that just iceberg lettuce doesn't.
Right. And it's, it sounds weird when you first hear about it, but I really, really like it in soup. We have Chinese soup all the time, Chinese noodles, and the spices in it, the texture of it, it's just a little crunch in your soup. But we have it in hot pot, which is one of my favorite meals. Maybe one day we'll make a video about what Chinese hot pot from Chongqing, but if you need something like out of the ordinary and you know you need to eat more vegetables, hot pot is one of the easiest ways. And you know, you can have it entirely vegetarian if you want to, and it still is satisfying. It's a comfort meal for me. Very spicy, but I love romaine. But you know what else I like doing with romaine? I call them taco boats. You can put a whole taco in it. Or a BLT.
Yes.
You can put, you know, all the bacon and everything. Do you see how I've got it every other way? Isn't that cute?
Yes, it's really cute. It's very cute.
I might be planting these too close together, but life is too short for minimum spacing.
Well, since we're talking about cooking, I just want to say Christine made a marvelous breakfast this morning. I felt like I was really on the farm. It was like we had these huge sausages. If you're a vegetarian, I'm sorry, but anyway, huge sausages, scrambled eggs, homemade biscuits. Anyway, it was quite the spread, and it was really, really good. So Christine has become a very good cook.
Well, that is something that Mom taught me. I really liked to cook as a kid, and Mom indulged me.
Yeah, and you know, well, the thing is that it was really fun to cook because I had children who loved to eat, and it's a joy, you know. You really feel good about cooking when people appreciate it and they eat, and so that was fun. And
John likes to cook still to this day. He cooks a lot of, and Bridget.
he does. Yeah, actually, all three of you are really good cooks.
Yeah, you really passed that one on, huh?
Well, I don't know.
You did. Oh, your food is amazing.
Well, here's the thing I'm going to share with your viewers.
Oh.
And that is, I just started my kids off. They excelled in everything much better than I ever did. I was never
that's
a great
not true
cook.
at all.
Anyway, so I'm thrilled that they are all, you know, very talented and then loving and giving. So I'm very blessed with my children.
Oh, that's a sweet thing to say.
It's true.
I'm going to cry while I'm editing this video. Romaine is one of those really neat lettuces that you can cut only what you need and let it continue to rejuvenate. It's cut and come again. What you call it? So you could plant in succession, like plant some this week and some the next week, and then harvest an entire head. But this is very practical for us because of how much lettuce we eat. Plus we have bunnies and chickens and a pig, and everybody enjoys lettuce.
Yeah, actually, we had lettuce last night. We had
A
romaine
salad.
lettuce, and that was good with red beans and rice. And actually, that's another dish that calls for garlic.
Oh yeah.
So red beans and rice is good. Black beans and rice. Another
potato.
potato.
I did not harvest very thoroughly this year.
Yeah, there's a movie, Faith Like Potatoes.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
A good movie. They harvested potatoes against all odds.
Now we're gonna plant some. What did we get? Oh, broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Okay, let me do that for you. It's in there. Sounds like a chicken. I'm gonna eat you. Leaves off after a bit to help them get so that the sprouts can be exposed to the sun. Get your chicken. Yes, honey, you can cover this now? Yes, I have some green cloth I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you're going to have to because she started picking at it. They'll eat it whether they want it or not.
They love lettuce. They'll eat it in an hour. The last thing is to add a layer of mulch. This is going to do a couple of things. It's going to help retain moisture. It's also going to suppress weeds. It's also because it's cedar is gonna keep away a few of the gnawing insects. We will be doing some organic insecticide, but this kind of gives us a delayed start to having to use insecticide because cedar is a natural insect repellent. So, oh, this is always the most fun part. Like confetti.
Smells like the cedar chore.
So I just spread this entire stinky bag of garden soap all over them, and now we're gonna water them in. Oh my. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video of my mom and I planting some of our fall crops. It's really nice to have my mom here. You probably remember from some of my other stories what a beautiful story we have and how much we love each other. So love her company, and that's all for today's video, and we will see you next time. Bye.